Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes, and today we are going to be making salted caramel and cashew brownies. These are wonderful, easy to put together, and they are just wonderful. They'll be great for the holidays, for a Sunday dessert, or anytime you're craving a delicious brownie. This is the recipe for you. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is my salted caramel sauce here. What I have is some homemade salted caramel sauce. Now, I do have the recipe and video on my channel, so I will leave the link in the description box so you can take a look at how to make that there. Or you can make your own recipe or buy store-bought, whatever you like. But I prefer my homemade, and that's what I'll be using today. And for our other ingredients, we will be needing some salt and some flour. Here we have some unsalted cashews that have been chopped. Here we have some softened butter at room temperature, some semi-sweet chocolate chips. We have 2 bowls of that. We will be melting one, and the other we will be adding into our batter just as they are. We will also need some eggs, and we will also need some vanilla extract. Now, you also want to have your oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's move on to making our salted caramel and cashew brownies. Okay, so you will also need a 9 by 9 inch baking pan here, which I have greased and then placed some parchment paper for easy removal. It is so much easier to remove your brownies when you have some parchment paper in your pan. So definitely a very good tip. Okay, so into our bowl, we are going to add in our softened butter. It must be softened at room temperature. And now we are going to whip this up until it is nice, light, and fluffy, probably around 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so I creamed my butter here for about 5 minutes, and now you just want to give it a little scrape around the sides and the bottom. And now what we're going to do is add in our eggs one at a time, and then give it a good mix before adding in the next egg until you have completely added in all of the eggs. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit weird at this time, but that is totally normal. So now we are ready to add in our melted chocolate. Now what I did was I melted my chocolate, and at every 30 seconds I gave it a stir until it was completely melted. So now we will add in our melted chocolate, which has been cooling on my counter here for about 5 minutes. And then we will also add in our vanilla extract and give this all a good mix. Okay, so with our mixer on low, we are going to slowly add in our dry ingredients, which is our salt and our flour, until we have added it all in. And then we will just allow it to mix until you no longer see any flour. And that shouldn't take long at all. And you also don't want to overmix at this time. So that's what we are going to do now. Okay, so this looks great. The batter looks so thick and luscious and fudgy. It looks amazing. And now we are ready to add in our other portion of chocolate chips that we had aside here. And we are also going to add in half of our chopped cashews, okay? And the other half we will use to sprinkle on top of our brownies before baking them. Okay, so now we will place our brownies in our preheated oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, probably for around 25 minutes, or when a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Okay, so my brownies baked for exactly 27 minutes. Now, as I said, the toothpick method always works best, so you know when they are baked. And now it's been resting here for about 30 minutes. And now what I'm going to do is just remove them from the pan, and we are going to drizzle some of our salted caramel sauce on top. So let's get to preparing here so we can cut our brownies. These are amazing. They're fudgy, they're moist, they're dense, they are perfection, the perfect brownie for any occasion, and you are going to love them. Now, I just want to give you one quick tip before we end our video here. Before baking your brownies, you want to make sure that you press down the cashews that you place on top before baking them. So just gently press it down into the batter, because the batter won't rise. It doesn't have any leavening agents, so our brownies will be nice and dense and perfect. But so that they're not loose on top, you want to make sure that they are pressed into the batter. And that's it. The only tip I have for you today. They are wonderful, they are easy to make, and I promise you, you will love them. And that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye, everyone.